Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Intrepid Dawn. Captain Katarn here. Let's get started with some Star Wars Stellaris. Wow, it's been a while, guys. It's been officially a year since I have tried to be an active, I don't want to say full-time because I have a job, but I mean like, active daily YouTuber / Twitch person. And we're going to start streaming nightly on Twitch at 8 p.m. So thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to show you around the Intrepid Dawn. So it's been a while since you've been here. Let me check out, let me show you a few of the things that we've got going on here. Lounge here, for the crew of the Intrepid Dawn, which is you and everybody else. So here we are out here where we can hang out and check all this out. We got my little R2 unit over there doing his thing. It's going to be a fantastic space, I think, for us to grow the channel and really have fun together. My status station. Alright, so here you can see we can monitor ship operations, things like that. I'm working on an engine room as well. I think we can continue to flesh this out. So over the last 4 live streams, we have pretty much taken our little empire and carved out about half of the galaxy. We're up to the point now that we are going to, I hope, on this stream, finish off maybe the Coalition of Pros or the Trapokan League. Well, it looks like the Trapokan League is going to be our biggest rival because they're going to be able to hit us from 2 sides simultaneously, so we'll have to prepare for that. All right, and now we have the Titan. Now this is the Bellador Star Destroyer, which I've never really been much of a fan of. I like the Executor design. I think that this should have been the Executor, and then have the flagship also be an Executor. So hear me out, but it's the freaking flagship, so it's like Night Terror. I like it. Dominion, Aggressor. We're going to call this the Aggressor Super Star Destroyer. I like that. I think that's a good name. Or we'll just call it Star Destroyer. I guess the flagship will be the Super Star Destroyer. Alright, let's go ahead and throw in our shields. It's nice to see that we have all these slots. Things are going to go very well. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and that's pretty good. I mean, that's really close to being balanced. I think I could maybe do this. Yeah, there we go. 13K and 13K. That's perfectly balanced, so we can fight any enemy that we come across. I think that's great. Okay. So we're all good. So we should be able to go down here and take our fleets that we have, our Imperial fleets. We have the Imperial Armada. Let's take a look at it in all its glory, all 72K of it. You can see all of our Star Destroyers, and you can see we already have a couple of these Dreadnought class cruisers. Freaking fantastic. Oh yeah. Anyway, so that needs to go for upgrades. Alright, looks like we're gonna have enough to easily upgrade the fleet. We'll go ahead and upgrade all the fleet. A little bit of time for us to set up our troop movements. I believe we are creating clones, or in this case, potentially Sith Lords. Let's go take a look at Corellia, which I know is the seat of all this awesomeness. Let's recruit. What do we have? We've got a lot of options here. So this mod puts in a ton of Star Wars options for us. It looks like Sith Lords. Okay, a human Sith Lord has 120 health, but does a ridiculous amount of damage, has a lot of morale. Sith Lord was a title conferred on the individuals who followed the Sith tradition. Sith Lord drew upon the dark side of the Force, using it to gain power. Well, of course. Holy crap. So it takes 371 days to build a Sith Lord. Okay, so their major strike is morale damage. So they don't necessarily kill the enemy, but they make them want to quit. So we'll build one of those. I mean, that's like 10 years. So I suppose that makes sense that it would take you 10 years to build a Sith Lord. Not 100% sure how I want to do that, but the star system is so pretty. Like, the thing about Stellaris is that I played a lot top down, right? Because it's a game that you're looking at big picture, but it's a fantastic looking game. And I always say that I don't look at that enough, and it's true. Especially with the real space mod, Very, very neat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to build the flagship. Pause it for a second. So the flagship is, oh my god, it's so big. We can't even see it. I think this is an Aggressor class Star Destroyer. Again, not my favorite. I wish that this was an Executor class Star Destroyer as well as the Titan, so that we'd have those, because they're fantastic. I really like to stick to the Empire Strikes Back lore instead of just making whatever. But, you know, I'm not in charge. So we'll go ahead and just switch these over to absolute monster status. There we go. 36k shields, 35k armor. I think that that's fantastic. We need a name. We need a name for this class of ships, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what they have. Retribution, Dark Star. I like the name Dark Star Super Star Destroyer. Yes, I realize. Not canon. We'll go SSD. But that's okay, because sometimes I like being unpredictable. It's one of those things, if you play a lot of Star Wars games over and over again, the themes are the same, and different is good. All right, there we have it, the Dark Star Super Star Destroyer. The cost of it is 18,000. 18,000 alloys. That's everything that we have. But it would be worth it, and we're going to do it. Build time is 1,500 days, 5 years. All right, I think we're at the point now where we can make that final claim. Oh yeah, we can take this too. There we go. Make those claims. I'm ready to declare war. This is a conquer war. Alright. Let's take the Imperial Ground Pounders. Bring them in. So here, this is a nebula system, so we never know what they have here, how they could have the biggest super weapon in the world and we wouldn't know. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, so we got a strategic center. Let's get an Ascension perk for Unity. Antimatter missiles. Let's go ahead and get that. Looks like we're well on our way to a robotic uprising. Well, oops. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch this cinematically from the perspective of one of these Star Destroyers. This will be like the fastest battle in the history of ever, but I'm gonna do my best. Oh, I thought I hit. Oops, my bad. I went faster rather than slower, but we killed them and we knew we would. So let's more reserves, but you can see how many clones we have. I think we have this well in hand. Oh, we do have our tank as well, kicking ass. So we've disengaged some people. I think we're able to save them. So that's excellent. So we've fully controlled the system now. Yeah, here we go. So they're up to 30k. This should be a pretty fantastic battle, actually. And this is probably the bulk of their fleet. Yeah, this is their Federation fleet. So these are probably all the resources they have left as we look to conquer the galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, together we will rule the galaxy and we shall have peace. And this system doesn't have the greatest lighting. We'll do what we can. Load all commands. Deploy the fleet. Holy crap, they have a lot of starships, sir. We can do it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the cinematic destruction of the enemy. I won't talk. And in a few moments, it was all over. As the debris field expands, the Empire is victorious. They are no might for the power of our Star Destroyers. No, the galaxy will be subjected to the Emperor's will. Alright, a question. Assure the robots that they too have a soul. Actually, can't we stop this through an edict? Or a policy? Artificial intelligence servitude, let's just make it citizen rights. There we go. I think we just ended the robot revolution right there with 2 clicks, quite literally. Alright, that's good. So that stops me having a threat at my back. So now we can look to the future and just making sure that we secure all that we have and finish them off up here. Sometimes you have to parlay the piece that you don't want. Oh, this is going to be a hell of a battle because I couldn't see this. I had no way to scout it out, but they have a 23k station, or fleet, and a 42k fleet together. This is the bulk of their forces. This will be the battle, ladies and gentlemen, that determines the fate of the war. So I think that we need to do this. There will be no retreat. So let's go ahead and go cinematic for this. Well, their station's only 2.7. Okay, I think they're dividing their forces. If I can get up here and try to take them out, we might have a real opportunity. Let's see if we can play some military tactics. If not, I'm hoping that I can at least pick off that back fleet, and then the risk to our fleet is almost minimal. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yeah, this will be perfect. If the 42k fleet jumps just as we get into engagement range. There we go. They may have made a grave tactical error if I can capitalize, and we have. Ladies and gentlemen, the Imperial fleet has made their move. This Admiral is brilliant. Here we can see the battle from a Return of the Jedi perspective. Let's go ahead and go down to slowest as we watch the 23k fleet, hopefully, we believe, fall to the mighty Empire. It's not the time for that. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Zoom in a little bit. You can see their futures end as the Star Destroyers come through and wreak havoc on them. The aftermath of going up against a fleet of Star Destroyers commanded by an impressive admiral who barely lost any armor or hull points at all. Oh, and it looks like they realized their grave tactical error and they've come back, but it's too late. Their fleet's gone, and now they're in a engagement with us. This is one of the biggest engagements of the fleet. What is this? This is their carrier class. Let's look at it from their carrier class and see what it's like to be smashed by a row of Star Destroyers that's prepared for them. So we'll continue to do that. They're launching everything they have. They've launched fighters. They've launched missiles. The Imperial fleet is responding. And the carrier is dead. And with it is probably the bulk of their fleet power as well. It's just amazing what a handful of Star Destroyers coordinated can achieve. All those turbo laser banks, all that destruction. It's fantastic. So we'll go ahead and watch this with some nice dark side music going on right now. So go ahead and do that. Let's bring it down a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh, we're kicking ass. Kicking some serious ass here, guys. There's a battleship over here that needs to be attacked. There we go. It looks like we've turned our attention towards it. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice salvo of photon torpedoes. A couple battleships that they have. Oh, we just got one. Amazing. Concentrate all fire on the remaining battleship. Very, very nice. Admiralty to Fleet. Well done. Let's do a status quo. Accept this for now. Okay, so we've gotten a bunch of the territory back, and since they didn't actually take any of our planets, we've got to keep ours. Should be good. Okay, unless these are no longer our planets. okay. Here, I can almost... Alright, so I'm just fighting with the Coalition across, so they're the ones that took these down. That's interesting. Okay, they shouldn't have, like, any fleets able to do anything. Should be perfect. So here we have our 190k flagship. Holy shitballs. Let's take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the flagship. What is it called? Let's see. The Belligerent. And man, does it ever live up to its name. Look at all those gun emplacements. I mean, essentially, this thing is going to light up once, and whatever is in this system is just going to disappear. It's our own miniature Death Star. We need to build this. Should be fun. And we'll take these clone troopers that I built for this purpose and this personal purpose alone. It's pretty crazy. So while we're doing that, I'm taking these guys and having them land on this planet. So you can resist me as long as you want. Here you can see our fleets are moving in for a coordinated final strike, ladies and gentlemen. This will end the campaign in my favor, I believe. So as their last diplomats attempt to flee the system, they're gunned down by our Imperial heroes. So we bring Imperial peace to the Xenos. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see it here. All this green. All this green down here. All this green over here. We have way more than half the galaxy. So I'm going to status quo, which they will of course accept. Or not. There we go, because they say it happened on the 1st of the month, probably the worst time ever for that to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more than 50% of the galaxy. We have a ton of the planets. At this point, I'm going to consider us the victor. So thank you so much for this epic playthrough. Damn, that took forever. Okay, few criminals are of no concern. I totally agree.